What if everything you were taught about money was incomplete? What if working harder, getting good grades, and chasing job security wasn't the real path to financial freedom? Most people grow up with one set of beliefs about money. Beliefs like go to school, get a safe job, work hard, save what you can, retire someday. And yet, millions of people follow this exact formula and still struggle financially. So what's missing? The answer lies in one powerful idea. Your financial future is not determined by how much you earn, but by how you think about money. Welcome to Mindset Bloom, where we grow stronger minds, calmer emotions, and more intentional lives. Today, we're exploring the life-changing lessons from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Not just as a book about money, but as a book about mindset. Because the real difference between the rich and the poor is not income, it's thinking. The story begins with a simple contrast. Two father figures. One was highly educated, he had a stable job, a respectable career, and society considered him successful. This was the poor dad. The other father figure never finished high school. He was a businessman, an entrepreneur, and eventually became very wealthy. This was the rich dad. Both men were intelligent, both were hardworking, both cared deeply about their families, but their beliefs about money were completely different. The poor dad believed, study hard so you can get a good job. Job security is everything. A steady paycheck is the safest path. The rich dad believed, learn how money works, build assets, make money work for you. Two fathers, two mindsets, two completely different outcomes. And this contrast reflects the two voices many of us hear in life. One voice tells you to play it safe. The other tells you to think bigger. One of the most famous lessons from the book is this: the rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. Most people grow up believing that money comes from effort. Work more hours, earn more money. But this creates a cycle. You work, you earn, you spend, then you must work again. This is what Kiyosaki calls the rat race, and millions of people live their entire lives in it. They get a raise, they upgrade their lifestyle. They earn more, they spend more, and suddenly, they can't afford to stop working. The rich think differently. Instead of asking, how can I earn more money? They ask, how can I build assets that earn money for me? Because when your money works for you, you are no longer trapped by time. One of the simplest yet most powerful lessons in the book is this: assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. It sounds obvious, but most people completely misunderstand this. Many believe a big house is an asset, a luxury car is an asset, expensive items are assets. But if those things require constant payments, maintenance, and expenses, they are actually liabilities, because they take money out of your pocket. An asset, on the other hand, is something that generates income. For example, rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, a profitable business, royalties from creative work. The poor and middle class often buy liabilities that look like assets. The rich build real assets first. Then, those assets pay for their lifestyle. It's not about looking rich, it's about becoming rich. Here's a powerful question. Why do we spend years in school learning math, science, and history, but almost no time learning how money works? Most schools were designed during the industrial age. Their goal was to produce good employees, reliable workers, people who follow instructions. Not entrepreneurs, not investors, not financial thinkers. So we grow up with strong academic knowledge, but weak financial knowledge. We know how to solve equations, write essays, pass exams. But many people don't know how to read financial statements, invest wisely, build passive income, or manage debt strategically. And that's why financial intelligence is something you must seek on your own, through books, through experience, through mistakes, through mentors. Another powerful lesson from the rich dad: Don't work for money. Work to learn. Most people choose careers based on salary. They ask, how much does it pay? But the rich ask, what will I learn? Because skills create opportunities, and opportunities create wealth. For example, someone who learns sales, marketing, leadership, investing, communication will always have more options than someone with only technical knowledge. The rich dad encouraged learning how to negotiate, how to manage people, how to build systems, how to understand money, because money flows toward people who understand it. Fear and greed control most people. According to the book, two emotions control most people's financial lives: fear and greed. Fear says, I need job security. I can't take risks. What if I lose everything? So people stay stuck in situations they don't enjoy. Greed says, I want a bigger house. I want a nicer car. I want more status. So people spend money they haven't truly earned. And this creates a cycle. Fear makes them work harder. Greed makes them spend more. And the cycle repeats. The rich learn to control both fear and greed. They make decisions based on logic, not emotion. Mindset is the real wealth. At its core, the book is not really about money. It's about mindset. Because money comes and goes. But the way you think about money determines whether you keep it, grow it, or lose it. A poor mindset says, I can't afford it. A rich mindset asks, how can I afford it? A poor mindset avoids financial education. A rich mindset seeks it constantly. A poor mindset works for security. A rich mindset builds freedom. Your financial life is a reflection of your financial thinking. In the end, the greatest lesson for rich dad and poor dad is this: your income does not define your future. Your mindset does. You can earn a high salary and still struggle financially. Or you can start small, think differently, build assets, and create true freedom. Because wealth is not just about money. It's about choices, knowledge, and the courage to think differently. If this message gave you a new perspective, subscribe to Mindset Bloom for more videos on mindset, growth, and intentional living. And remember, the most powerful investment you will ever make is in your financial education.